Attention, you are now listening to a Final Level podcast with Ice-T
and Mick Benzo.
If you are offended by words like shit, fuck, ass, low motherfucker, whatever,
stop this podcast now.
And by the way,
this is the hardest podcast on earth. Hey, yo, what's up out there? This is Ice-T and
the infamous Mick Benzo. What's going on?
Right now, you're listening to podcast number 37. Mickey, it's going crazy. We came back and people are bugging out.
You know, we come out every other Wednesday now, right? So tomorrow they're going to hear this here, right? But that Scarface interview, that shit was crazy.
The last one we did was Scarface, Brother Mob. Everybody out there was very excited about it. It was, you know, it's funny though, because after doing the film, The Art of Rap, this to me is like an extension of that style of thing where we get to be with our friends, we get to chop it up, we get to talk long periods of time and get really into what they want to talk about. And people got blown away listening to Scarface.
Man, come on, man. Ghetto boy Scarface was in the building and came in this motherfucker by his goddamn self.
Yeah, he definitely walked through the door by himself. Yeah. And, you know, he's just a good friend of mine. We go back so far. When hip-hop was, you know, really grimy, him, me, Too Short, NWA, all of us were starting around the same time, you know, KRS-One, Public Enemy, Eric B. and Rakim. It's all the same type of movement. Like I said, it's the third week the Straight Outta Compton been out, right? And it's been number one for 3 weeks in a row, man. Big it up again, though. Straight out of motherfucking Compton. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yay, Ice Cube, good job, baby.
And one of the great things about that is that, you know, when you're in Hollywood, and I am deep in Hollywood and television, they like to tell you urban stories aren't going to work and there's no market for them. And I tell black people and people of color, I like, really all Hollywood cares about is money. They don't care what the story's about. And if we show up to the theaters, they're going to make more movies. It's just if you making a movie and nobody shows up. And we told them we done with the slave movies.
Yeah, we finished with that.
I don't want to see no more slave movies.
We need some more Billy D. Williams out here.
I understand what happened, and we got that.
We need us some fly Billy D. Williams actors out there, though, man. You know, because Billy was a fly motherfucker, boy. Billy D. Wiz was a fly motherfucker. I
don't think anybody can really compare to Billy D. Williams. Billy D. Williams.
He was like the Black Earl Flynn. Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams was so fly, he made it to outer space and chilled. He was in Star Wars.
Yeah.
They had a big thing because they said when no black people were in Star Wars, they said, you telling us black people don't make it to the future?
Oh, shit, see, Return of the Jedi, man. You know, but basically, like Ice is saying, man, you know, black exploitation movies, we need a few more of those, though, because remember Cross 110th Street? Remember
you know why they called them
Caesar?
Black exploitation movies was because white people were the directors and the producers, and then they made the movies, so they felt that they were exploiting our blackness, or, you know, like they'll say, Ice, could you act a little more black in this scene? You know, that kind of shit.
That's what Billy D said. They was telling him when he was doing movies. I didn't really know that Barry Gordy had did Mahogany and Lady Sings the Blues. Now, that fucked me up.
And you know what? We'll talk about it in our movie segment, but there's a big thing right now about Idris not being able to play the new James Bond, and there's a reason why.
We hold that up.
We'll talk about that. But in the house tonight, we got a friend of mine, and he has a very interesting occupation. He is a professional bodybuilder. Now, you guys go to the gym, you guys work out, you guys try to take care of it. Well, let me rephrase that. Some of you guys work out. Some of y'all guys try to take care of yourself, but it is not your profession. In the building, professional bodybuilder, Victor Martinez is in the building. And, you know, he's actually a friend of mine. We work out. He works out in a lot of gyms, but occasionally we work out in the same gym. And what's going on, Vic?
Hold up, but Ice, bro. Before we do that, we gotta let our audience know who Victor Martinez really is. You moved from the Dominican Republic when you was really young, correct?
Yep. Right
and
before
you
the age
stayed
of 5. Yep.
And you stayed in something like, I think, Washington Heights.
Dykeman
as
Hood.
As a
Dykeman
kid.
Hood, yeah.
And you used to like what? Basketball, baseball, football. What you used to like?
Anything that got me involved with any other kids that, you know, accepted my immigrant, non-English speaking ass.
So you actually lived in Washington.
Hold on, Mickey. Don't do the damn interview.
No, it's not.
Are you trying to prove to Victor that you know some shit about him right now?
I do my research,
all right,
man.
Okay,
God damn, let me do me.
We're going to interview him later. We're going to interview. You see what's going on?
That's that IFBB monkey shit jumping off right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
But welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ice. Thank you.
You just came from the gym?
Just came straight from the gym. You know how I do, Ice.
And it's funny, right?
Saw you in the morning.
I'm in the gym today, right?
What you in the gym doing? Watching them work out?
No, I'm
working out.
I'm working my black ass out. Okay? I'm not a professional bodybuilder, but I'm working my black ass out. So I see Victor, and I say, yo, this would be a great guest on the show. So as a player, I say, Vic, you want to do a podcast? You want to come through? He says yes, and he's sitting here right now. Same day I asked him, this is what real motherfuckers do. But let me just say one more thing. So I tell Victor, I say, so it's going to be this evening. He goes, now, you do split sets. Explain to somebody what splitting workouts are.
Split sets. Well, after working out for a certain period of time, your body adapts to just training once a day. As you advance as a pro, you need to stimulate the muscle more, burn more fat, so you need the extra time in the gym. You split it. Why? Because you need to recover. You can't do the whole entire 4 hours within one sitting, Sometimes I do, but you want to split it. And again, so you can eat throughout the day. We eat at least 6, 7, 8. Some of us eat 10 meals. So at the second set,
y'all some greedy motherfuckers. That's all that sound like.
Now listen, man. Listen, this is educational.
No. The first one is basically, I'm a few weeks out from the Mr. Olympia. You want to get in that cardio in the morning, right after fasting, not eating anything, go straight to the gym. Once you're done with that, eat a few meals, go back for the second round.
Okay, second round. So I'm telling him we got to do the interview tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, okay. And he goes, well, that's when I'm doing my second workout. So I asked him, I said, what's your second workout? And he goes, well, I usually go in around 6. And I was like, until he goes, I just go for it. I'm like, now, listeners, this is a different way of working out. It's not like you're going to go in for an hour. It's like I'm going to go in until. And
you don't time yourself. There's no time in this. Again, you pull out as much as you can, and right when you think you're tired, you pull out a little bit more. And
you sound like you fucking.
Yeah.
Pull out a little more. You keep pulling out
of you.
Now, any of y'all out there listening,
I got
to this,
5 kids. I'm not that good at that.
That's right. Oh shit, we just went there. 5 kids. But listen. Any of you guys out there that are listening to this podcast right now, that may not be familiar with pro bodybuilding, stop right now, pause it, go to Google Victor Martinez, get a look at who we talking to. What's your Twitter and all that other stuff?
Yes, IFBB Victor Martinez. That's Twitter. I guess
you got a Instagram.
Yes, IFBB Victor Martinez.
There it is. So we're gonna do this podcast. So you ready to go? And later we're gonna come back and we're gonna do an in-depth interview. You ready to go?
Let's do this.
We got real muscles in the building, though. Muscles is in the building. Victor Martinez is in the building.
Nigga's taking up the whole corner.
Damn. And he brought 2 guys that look like bodyguards, and they tell him, we just work out a little bit.
Yeah.
Ain't that a bitch?
The whole room is full of muscle. This is podcast number 37. Here we go. And this is news. Now, the biggest news right now is the presidential race. Well, not even the race yet. It's the primaries. And Trump, he's running against 16 people, right?
Yeah.
And being Dominican, do you have any feeling about Donald Trump?
Being Dominican, I'm going straight for immigration, man.
Yeah, exactly. He's
got it all twisted, man.
Yeah, he's got immigration twisted.
That's just twisted. Yeah.
Come on, man. Everybody in the United States, it's from someplace else.
He's going to lose the immigrant vote right off the bat. Right off the bat.
Oh shit! The other Victor, Cuban Victor over here.
That could be possible. A lot of dye in his head. Tell me, look, pull it. It's real. It's real. Look, you got enough money to buy it so they can weave it down properly. Knock it off, man. Knock it off, man.
Hey, but you know what? Aside from the immigration deal, you know what? They just needed something fresh. He just went above and beyond what politics is.
Yeah.
You know, they bullshit. You know, they get elected, all their promises go down the drain.
Absolutely.
Shit.
And there's somebody new that decided they want to act like they want to be president.
I saw
Kanye
that.
West.
I saw that.
This motherfucker done lost every bit of his goddamn mind.
On the VMAs, he said he's running for if Donald Trump could run for president, then my man Kanye West said, fuck it, I'll jump in it in 2016.
You think so?
Yeah, he gonna send, man. 2020, he gonna jump in.
I think that, and Kanye, let's not get it twisted. I mean, Kanye was in my movie, The Art of Rap. I don't really hate Kanye. I'm not here to hate on Kanye, but Kanye, nigga, you can't be the president, man. Stop playing.
Man, look, you can do anything you want, Kanye. Try it.
No.
Try it.
Nigga,
try it.
Mickey, you
Trump's
gotta know
trying.
about foreign policy. You gonna be the commander.
We know about foreign policy.
Do you really want Kanye to be the commander in chief in charge of the armed forces? Stop being stupid right now, Mickey. Be serious.
We know that Harlem, a lot of black folks live there. We know the Bronx, a lot of Dominican live. That's enough foreign policy for us.
You stuck on stupid. You trying to be funny right now. You have to be relatively educated to be the president of the United States. That's the most powerful person in the world. I'm sorry, but motherfucking Kanye, my best friend, Mickey, can't be a fucking president. Neither can you, nigga. So I'm not going to let that happen. This is just Joe. I'm voting for this other kid. You heard about this other kid? He's 15 years old. He's running as D's Nuts.
Oh.
You heard about it? I'm
Nuts,
voting for D's Nuts. This shit is turned into a joke. D's Nuts.
D's Nuts. Is that a name for a president?
Yeah.
And he knows foreign
policy.
policy.
Kim Kardashian be the first lady.
These nuts would be the vice president. He'd be the vice president.
That'd be some shit, huh?
He'd be the vice president.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it's. I mean, we got to be serious when it comes to our next president. This is very serious business. And like I always told people hated Barack Obama. They hate it, and I'm like, well, okay, who's next? If you hate him so much, who's next? And now here we come to the payoff. Now, honestly,
Hillary Clinton.
What
Seriously,
do you think about Hillary?
I think we need a lady.
They had a poll the other day when they think about Hillary, the first thing they come up is liar. You know?
Oh, like politicians
don't
lie.
That's what I'm saying. That goes along with all politicians, so she fits right in, you know?
Yeah, what?
I think we can get a lady to be our president of the United States of America. Hillary Clinton can do it.
I think she can too. And I think, all jokes aside, that she's been in the White House. She was Secretary of State. She has her boots on the ground, so to speak. No, she's a very knowledgeable woman about when you're Secretary of State, you're in charge of all foreign policy. She knows the game.
Yeah, she knows it. She knows it.
Yeah, so, and she is a woman. I think it's time. I mean, why not? You dig? So, England, come on, so, but the Queen isn't really in charge of nothing. She just walks around.
Yeah,
in
Brazil.
The crown and
Brazil.
Okay.
Well, you have Argentina, which, that country kind
See,
of
he knows foreign policy. Victor Martinez should be running.
Yeah.
It can be done.
I grew up with 7 sisters, man.
It can be done. It can be done. That's all we saying. It can be done.
This is why he has these views, because he has 7 sisters.
Yeah.
That's right. How many brothers you got, Vic?
2, and I was 1 sister away from being gay, so I'm good,
That's why he's working out. He had to put that workout on. Shit.
No, 7 sisters, 2 brothers, man. Woo.
7 sisters.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And 2 brothers. Are you the big brother? Or
No, I'm the middle brother. Yeah.
Okay. Well, bottom line, I guess we would look at it like this. Donald Trump's running for president. There's 16 candidates for the Republican. I think there's 2. First, they said that the vice president was going to run.
He hasn't decided yet.
But Biden ain't going to do it because that would split the Democratic vote. But, Kanye, get the fuck out of here.
Try it.
And that was news. This is Final Level Podcast number 37, and this is Movies. Now, we had a horrific, terrible thing just happened in film.
Mm-hmm.
Wes Craven passed.
He did all them horror movies, right?
Come on, man. Nightmare on Elm
Woo!
Street. Some of the Scream movies, Last House on the Left.
Damn.
And I am a big horror fan. Do you
Yeah,
like
definitely.
horror?
I love horror. I'm a
watch.
Fangoria fan.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Definitely.
You used to buy those magazines?
Oh, come on, man. I mean, most people have porns. I have Fangoria.
You need to.
He went back.
Vic, stop that bullshit.
Vic-
How many of them goddamn Playgirl magazines you been picking up, man?
Playgirl.
Man.
Yeah, they knew
I was
it. They
into
knew it.
Blood and Guts, man. That was my thing growing up.
Yeah. Now, do
Blood and Guts.
it's Fangoria magazines?
It's not too far away from a sexual connotation.
See?
You know that,
See?
right? Sex
See?
and death is not
See?
too far apart.
Yeah, they all go to
Well,
sex.
you know, actually, orgasm in French means a little death.
There you go.
So, usually if you are coming and you think you're going to die, that's some good pussy. When you go, I'm about to check out of this bitch. And then right after that, you go, I love you. But
Nah, for real, though.
Does Fangoria still out? Magazine?
I
That was
haven't
you when
been
you
up
was a
to
kid.
date. Yeah, I haven't been up to date on the Fangoria. I did watch the reality show where they had the horror mask.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that one was awesome. Man.
I just got finished watching I watched some really bad horror movies the other day. One called Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh, yeah.
You know about that one?
Yeah.
That's a bad one. And Cannibal Ferox. I was watching lots of old cannibal movies.
The
They made them in the
remake
60s.
of the Evil Dead, I have to say.
Evil Dead Part 2.
Yeah, the remake.
Some of the best stuff that's
Yup.
ever made. Me and Coco sit up and watch that stuff.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. I'm watching Across 110th Street, and you niggas watching all this goddamn horror shit.
We like horror
Come on,
movies.
man, the horror, man. It's one of those things where you take the girl to the movies with you, and that's one way
Then
to
why don't
get
we
you
just
close,
watch
you know?
Scooby-Doo? Why don't we just watch Scooby-Doo and have a good time?
This
That's
is
horror.
the biggest Bronx
Scooby-Doo is the
gangster
baddest
thug.
motherfucker. He's scared of anything, right? That's horror.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo used to be scared of stuff. Mickey,
Doesn't
you're
mean
a
she's gonna
funny
let
guy.
you shag her
I
afterwards.
think
you
Mickey
know?
had something to drink tonight because he's on one today. But we want to send our condolences out to Wes Craven's family. He has scared a lot of us, but we don't want anybody to pass away. So rest in peace, Wes Craven.
Hello, my little piglet. I'm Freddy. That's right. The man of your dreams is back.
On another note about movies, I was just reading today that Idris Elba, the brother, the actor, they had him set up to be the next James Bond.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah, he's a British actor, and they told him the author, maybe I'm saying this wrong, but the author of James Bond said he couldn't play it because he's too street. So that's just a way of saying
You too black.
black. Exactly. You too street.
Matter of fact, say the right word, man. You too niggerish.
Yeah, too much of a nigga. And the fact of it is, this is probably the most distinguished brother in the game. If you've seen his work, if you see his get down and stuff. And I thought that would have been a nice jump for Bond to be a brother, a British brother. He's part of Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah, that would.
We all
fly.
grew up watching James Bond. Black kids, white kids, Dominican
Yes,
kids.
we have.
Come
Yes,
on,
we have.
they were playing black presidents before Obama.
Right.
Exactly.
It's something that
So we can't have a black James Bond. I think they really.
In Britain, they have a lot of
Well, everybody in Britain will have an accent to you, Mr. Cuban trainer over here.
See that?
He goes, in Britin, they have a lot of blacks with accents. No, they're British.
No, but the point is, like you just said, we all watch those movies. So why
James
we can't see a black James Bond?
Sean
It doesn't
Connery.
exist.
because
it doesn't
basically they
exist.
saying he's not an aristocrat,
Right.
type of
It's
British man,
not sophisticated enough.
Sophisticated enough.
And I'm like, I watched Roger Moore. I watched Pierce Brosnan. I watched
And they
Sean
all were good.
Connery.
And they were good.
And we support those. As black kids, we don't
Yep.
go into the movies and go, oh, that's a white man up there. We go, that's James Bond.
Exactly.
So I think they need to rethink that. I think that's a corny excuse. He's too street. He's an educated actor. This man does Shakespeare. Okay? So come on with that. That's corny. Whoever do that, they need to eat a dick. That's some bullshit.
I
And
tell
that-
you what, though, had he looked like Billy D. Williams, I don't think.
Oh,
that would've
Billy
saved
D.
Oh
might
shit,
have got
Billy D would have got it, baby.
Billy D.
Back to Billy
Back
D.
to
Williams.
And if
You know,
Idris
come
Elba
on.
can't get a
You know?
damn job playing James Bond, that means Ice-T is quite definitely out
Not
of the fucking
getting it.
question. I didn't get that call.
Yeah.
And that was movies. Hey, yo, this is Final Level Podcast number 37, and this is gaming.
Hey, yo, Ice, I want to say something. I was looking at the Twitter feed that you was putting up a couple of weeks, about 2 days ago, right? Mm-hmm. And it looked like you was having a feud about something that you did on Law and Order with someone on Twitter. I couldn't get.
What happened was, in the gaming community, there was a thing called Gamergate, which was a big controversy that went on about sexism and different things that were going on in gaming. Okay, the TV show Law and Order kind of did something based around it, but they twisted it, and a lot of people in the gaming community got kind of upset, and they were like, well, Ice, you're a gamer. You should have stood up for it. Thing of it is I play games. I'm not really connected to the politics that's going on. I don't read gaming magazines and stuff like that. So I was oblivious to this whole thing that was going on. And some of the people, they were getting at me on Twitter, but I let them know, hey, what happens on Law and Order, just for the gamers out there to know, like, we'll take a story. Say, for instance, a girl got killed in the Bronx today. They'll take that story, they'll twist it, and they'll make a backstory saying this is what happened and all that kind of stuff. Like we did one on Bill Cosby, but they twisted it, and it was a school teacher. They just twist it, and that's why they say these are not true stories. They're fictional. They'll twist it around. So I had to explain to the gaming community, and I also had to give them a little pep talk and saying, hey, don't worry about the press. Press is always going to attack you. Mm-hmm. That's just part of the game. I mean, in your business, you guys are attacked continuously.
All the time. I mean, you name it. It's, from, what's the whole list? Well,
whatever.
I mean,
drug use.
Drug
right.
use. It's fake,
Yeah. Just for no reason. And these people.
Yeah.
And
unhealthy. I mean, you name it.
Whatever.
Keep going.
So, and I just want to tell any gamer out there that's listening to it, Law and Order don't care. They're not even in the gaming community. They're just going to take anything they see in the news, make a story about it, spin it, and they're on to the next story. They're not maliciously attacking
right.
anybody.
They didn't attack that game itself.
They don't care because they don't really read into the politics. They just say, hey, there's something going on in gaming right now. Let's spin it and twist it. And they're always going to spin it in a certain way because our show is about sex crimes and things like that. So it's going to be spin. So, I mean, you could watch they could have a show about a football coach killing his wife. By the time we get it, the football coach was touching his kids. That's how they'll spin it. They'll just take that and spin it. So that being said, if there's an apology to be made, I have no problem making an apology. I wasn't aware that there was something this serious going on in gaming that I should have been aware of as a gamer, but that's neither here nor there. Gamers,
you're not the director.
Just do your shit. I play the most violent games out there. I've been dealing with fucking critics my whole fucking life. I've made some of the craziest records. You just got to do you. No matter how hard it is to somebody else, it ain't hard enough. And when people when they want to attack you, they'll try to attack you using alternate tactics. Oh, the reason these games aren't good is because it's bad for kids. They just don't like you, so they use this tactic to get attention. They'll throw some bullshit into it that's not even true. Mm-hmm. And what I think they did when they attacked the gamers, they said, oh, it's sexist and they don't want girls. I don't even know what it's about, but press. Fuck the press. Anybody who's ever been successful has to get past the press. To me, the press are the spectators.
They create the controversy on any game. If it's too violent, hey, the kid's going to go out and shoot somebody. Hey, you watch a movie, you're going to go out right away, kill somebody,
Because what me and Mickey always tell them, that's why we do the podcast, the press is going to spin the story. They don't want to just tell the story. They got to spin it to create controversy. They can get me and you fighting. That's a good story. They're just in it for the bullshit and the gossip. Don't you remember the days they used to just tell the news? Like, now they just got to spin it.
You know what? That helps the sales, so I don't think they're complaining.
No, they're not complaining, but it fucks with our lives.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, though? That's why it's called television. television, right? You're watching TV, enjoy it. If you don't like it, change to something else. Go to, Antenna TV or something. If you're not enjoying what you're seeing, because the simple fact, it's not for you. It's for the viewers that like to see what's going on.
And
Law and
it's not
Order
real.
Special Victor Unit is a good goddamn show. And whoever was writing about it, you know what I say about that? Change the channel.
And it's not real. Mariska is not a real police officer.
You a cop though, right? Ain't you detective?
Yeah, the people. Nah, it's
You see
not
that badge,
real.
Ice? Come
And
on.
I think the thing of it is when TV shows get really good, people start to really believe it and they get caught up in it and stuff. And we do deal with real topics. We deal with heavy subject matter. We dealing with rape, child molestation, and heavy stuff, which is real and not to be joked about.
Exactly.
But the stories themselves aren't true. We can't even do a real story. They'll get sued. You know?
I would have never, ever thought, listening to you and listening to Cop Killer back in the 90s and watching Law and Order. This is nuts.
Well, you know what it is? It's
Amazing,
evolution.
you know? I mean, you just turned the whole thing around.
It's evolution, Victor,
Yeah.
because, I'm not a fan of the cops still today, but I'm not a cop killer either. I didn't do that either. That was a character I created in the record, So it's kind of like you're from the ghetto, everybody in this room, and as opportunities come and they say, hey, when they go to your man Dean and they go, yo, man, we want you to be in this movie, you're going to be a doctor. He's like, fuck it, I better learn how to act like a doctor. Are you going to be a cop? They can come to you and say, yo, we're going to have you're going to be this mean guy that hurts people, and that's not who you are. But that's the character you got to play.
Get into character.
So it's acting, and that's all it is. I had to learn how to act. And one thing they do in movies is they like to go against type. So a big guy like you, they'll make you the most gentle person in the world. So they'll take somebody like me who's a street cat, and they'll say, you're going to be a school teacher. Like they'll go against type because that creates an interesting character.
That's called acting. That shows that you can act. Because you can always be a tough guy.
But I'm going to be looking for some bad guy roles. I've done 17 years of Law and Order. I'm on the 17th season. God bless it. And I'm going to ride this till the wheels fall off. You feel me? And then there's going to be plenty of time for me to play a mad scientist, an evil doctor, or a drug dealer. There's plenty of time for that.
Right.
I ain't tripping. But, for the gaming community, I am a gamer. Don't ever think I'm going against the gaming community. Fuck that. I'm riding with y'all till we die. Fuck.
So what's the latest game you played?
Well, everybody knows I've been playing. I'm getting ready to get into this new Black Ops that just came out and stuff. But I've been robbing banks. I've been saying it for the last couple podcasts. I've been playing Payday real heavy.
You really like that goddamn game.
Because it takes me back to the days of robbing banks. And I mean, that's my shit. And they have this thing called Infamous. I'm going to be infamous in a minute.
Oh, shit.
You know what it was? I got to level 100 on Payday. And I'm like, yeah, I get to be infamous. You get to hit a button and become this other kind of criminal. And then it says, no, you need $200 million offshore.
You got to rob some more banks, baby.
I only got $150 million offshore. I got to rob some more banks and kill oh, man, it's some shit. But listen, gamers, stay down, fuck the press, do what the fuck you gonna do. And here's a little special something. I got a call from somebody very powerful in the gaming community recently, and they want me to be in a new game. That's all I can say right now.
Wow. Mum's a word.
Yeah, and I've been in 5 games. This is just so you know, I started in Def Jam. I've started in a UFC game. I was a hidden character. Then I was in Def Jam Fight for New York. I was in Scarface. I was the boss in GTA San Andreas. I was the final character. And then recently I played Griffin in Gears of War. You ever see the Gears of War characters? They look like you.
Yeah.
They stay jacked
I actually
up.
used to play a lot, Ice, back in the days. But, with the training, the kids don't have time. So now you can watch it. I can watch you play. I don't have
Twitch.
to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
But I'm scared. Him with remote control, you might build that one extra muscle in your.
Yeah, and I got a pump on my forearms.
You get forearm pump, and then you win because of that. I got that from playing.
I might miss a meal. I don't want to be playing too much.
That's right. That's right. And that was games. Yo, this is Fine Level Podcast number 37 with the one and only
Mick Benzo.
and professional bodybuilder
Victor Martinez in the building.
IFBB in the building. You dig what I'm saying? And this is music. Now, the most recent shit that happened with music was this VMA shit.
Oh, this Sunday was. Listen, Nicki Minaj opened up the VMAs real dope. I really respect that. And then what made it so good to me is watching this kid Macklemore and Ryan bring out Kumo D, Grandmaster Melly Mel, and Grandmaster Kaz.
Okay,
that
let me
shit was
speak on it.
powerful.
I didn't watch it.
That's
all
your
right?
problem.
I did not watch the
See?
shit.
That's your problem.
I was not checking for it. I mean, you know, I remember when MTV used to play music videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how the fuck they can call it a music video award when they don't even play videos on there. And I did see Melly Mel and them's performance with Macklemore.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give a shout out to Macklemore for bringing out the OGs. People didn't even know Grandmaster Kaz
that was
on.
a good opening. Yeah, that was a good.
Grandmaster Kaz.
as far as I saw.
Now, Kumo D.
That shit was dope.
Ryan Lewis had. I don't know what the fuck Ryan Lewis was doing. Singing. Ryan Lewis was screaming like a girl,
I love
and
that
he
shit.
was doing
Downtown!
I'm like, I thought Macklemore was the rapper. When did Ryan Lewis start singing?
Man, that shit was hard though.
No, it wasn't.
I like it. Fuck it.
Mo
You
D
have
was
your
dope.
opinion.
My
I
boys
got
was
mine.
dope. The rappers was good. Macklemore was on beat, but Ryan Lewis need to go somewhere with them tight pants and that screaming and whatever the hell.
That
he's
made the
doing.
record.
Let
That made the
Macklemore. You Macklemore's homie.
That made the record.
Just because my homie shouldn't be on my records.
Well, I think Melly Mel should have dropped his water. You know.
Oh, you talking about Melly Mel had a little
My
belly.
man, no.
Oh, you got waterweight. That's waterweight.
It's waterweight. That's waterweight.
He knew he was going to be on
That's it,
TV.
man.
That's waterweight.
It just didn't happen in time. That's all. It happens, man.
Training.
But Melly Mel
Training.
looked good, you know.
Training.
Yeah, that's the homie. We
Yeah.
know we love Mel. We
Yeah.
call Mel Muscle Simmons. We gonna get him on the podcast real soon.
Yeah, we
But-
get him here sooner or later.
Yeah, I can't watch it, Mickey. I mean, what else happened on there? I saw a picture of Miley Cyrus, and we don't talk bad.
Nah,
about
we
people.
listen. I'm talking about what I saw was good. I'm not
I
worried
just
about
talked
whatever
bad
else they was
Ryan
talking
Lewis,
about.
But that
you
was
know,
an honest opinion. That shit looked crazy to me.
I enjoyed it. You know why? Because
You
nobody.
no,
No,
you
let me
enjoyed it
say
because
this.
those are your friends. And
Exactly.
Those are the niggas
Exactly.
that put me in the game.
Exactly. And
Melly
then,
Mel
Oh,
put me
yeah.
in the game. Kaz put me in the game. One of my first tours was with Kumo D. Them is my motherfucking OG.
and the reason I'm saying it as much as I'm emphasizing on it is because there's a lot of rappers out here today that don't do nothing for the classic artists, man.
True.
And it took a person like Macklemore to come out to say, you know what, I want to do a record and I want to put the classic hip hop artists in. I don't
respect
just
that.
want any artists. I want the pioneers of the game.
That's fly.
And that was fly, man.
And
Give
you know,
it up.
And I give that up. And like especially, Big Daddy Kane made a statement. He said, y'all getting mad because the white kid put the OGs in the game on TV, but y'all ain't putting them on. And then if they pass away, you won't put them on a T-shirt and act like you care. But
Yeah,
why don't you
right.
respect people while they're
Gotta
here?
give the respect. They're the founding fathers, you know.
And that's
Come on
what
now.
I think. And so my shouts go out to Macklemore, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I can say. But Ryan Lewis, that shit was some wild bullshit. I don't know what the fuck he was singing about.
Downtown!
And that was music. Hey, yo, this is Final Level Podcast number 37 with Mick Benzo and IFBB professional bodybuilder Victor Martinez in the building, man.
What's up?
And thanks for coming, man, at a short notice.
Come on, Ice. It's you, Ice. Come on, man.
Now, a lot of people, they don't understand professional bodybuilders. Nate, you also train with Busta Rhymes, right?
Yeah, he trains with us with the Pro Edge team. Jumps in with us. Actually met him, say about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago. And he actually looked for me.
Right.
And that was pretty interesting. When he called me, I hear his voice, Busta's voice right off the bat. And he's like, yo, man, I want to get with you, Vic. Want to get to the gym and get all brolic and shit, I was like, Buster, it's crazy, man.
Were you starstruck for a minute? You like?
Oh, I was, again, I didn't know how to react. Is this real? Is this, until he actually came and saw me. He came to New Jersey and went into my restaurant. And when I had the restaurant at the time. We hit it off. And I was prepping for the Mr. Olympia contest. So I said, listen, we can't train right now because I would have scared him away. Would have trained with me with the intensity level I was training for the O's. So got Victor Munoz, and I said, listen, we need to handle Bust over here. And he started training him. And to this day, he still does.
So I want to ask Vic a question. You're the second Dominican Republic fella to go pro from Dominican Republic? You're the second one?
Yes. There's others at this point, But
you're the first.
I was actually second, yeah.
He's the second.
Right.
Well, let me ask a question. How many pro bodybuilders are there in New York?
New York. Oh. Yeah, I remember back in the early days, bodybuilding, even 90s and 2000, it was hard to become a professional bodybuilder. Now they hand out pro cards left and right.
Okay, let's pause right there because this is our listeners probably don't know anything about the sport. How do you become pro?
Yeah, first you have to do a local show, qualify for a national level show. Once you qualify for that, you need to win that show and qualify for pro ranking. And sounds simple.
So you have to win your way in.
Yeah, you have to win your way in. You just can't apply for it. You just can't go to school or anything like that. You basically have to earn it on that stage.
Now, when did you make a decision that bodybuilding was going to be a route you were going to take?
Bodybuilding was, again, it was my route to stay out of trouble.
Did you naturally have the genetics or something?
Yeah. I was just working out because I played football, every sport, basketball, you name it. And I worked out basically to help me get through life. It was just tough, When I was angry, went to the gym. Bad day at work, went to the gym. Bad day at school, went to the gym. Did I know I wanted to be a pro bodybuilder? Not at all.
Okay.
Until I met Mr. Victor Munoz, and he started putting this in my head. You can be a pro. I'm like, what does it mean? I don't understand. What do you mean pro? I met him on my path to, I was trying to be a firefighter at the time.
Okay.
And that's what I was training for. But
Vic, you're off mic. I'm going to ask you a question. What did you see? Why did you approach him?
Well, he approached me.
Okay.
He came down with his best friend down to the gym that I was training, and he just wanted me to look at him and see what I thought. And I saw Vic, and this is true. He has a lot of potential. When I saw him, I said, you have no neck, you have no hamstrings, you have no calves.
His calves are crazy right now.
Of course.
Okay, good. Yeah.
This is...
Yeah, how many
years
ago was that?
We're close to 20 years now.
Damn.
So
20 years?
I mean, he had the structure to become greatness, what I saw, but he had a lot of weakness. But I'm the kind of guy that tells you like it is. I don't hold punches, and I told him...
You can help ice out? You can get ice like that?
Listen. So what happened was that Victor looked at me. He didn't even respond back. He just said...
I'm Victor. I'm over here. I'm really listening. Mickey wants to make jokes.
He's got to stay in character.
I give Mickey some Victor push-ups. You'll see him sweat.
Okay.
So I saw Victor and I told him all that, and he said, "Okay, no problem. I'll be back." And he just walked out. I thought I was never going to see this kid again. And about a year later, he won 2 shows on his own. Came and says, "I'm ready." And I go, all right, let's do this. And when we started training, he came in second in this show with his best friend, Alex Perez. And I thought that was it. So I saw him in the restaurant. We ate. And I said, all right, Vic, I'll see you around. And he goes, come here. And he hugged me. And he said, I ain't done with you. We got to go take it further than this. And I said, you know what? Let's do this. So he actually was getting training for the fire department. And as he was doing his grilling workouts with me, His abs were showing. He was like in incredible shape. And I said, Vic, let me see your abs. He showed me his abs, and I said, well, 1 second. I went back downstairs to my locker, and the USA was
like 4 weeks away. He just threw me in the show.
Mr. USA.
It was
Junior USA. I say it's a show in Jersey in my old high school, Bergen Tech. We can do this. He goes, all right, let's do it. That's one thing about Vic. When he puts his mind to do something, he does it.
Oh, he's sitting right here. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I knew he was on time. This is
as a friend and as a brother.
Say that again, nice. What I was on time.
He's sitting right here, and he's
you
on
get that 1 out of 3.
But Victor, let me ask you another question because you on the same train of thought.
Yeah.
Now were you a bodybuilder or what?
When I was younger, I wrestled. I was an Olympic wrestler.
Oh.
And I played baseball, of course. I'm Cuban.
What did you just say? Like everybody in Cuba plays baseball?
Pretty much.
Okay.
So, and play dominoes. Mm-hmm. That's one thing. So I decided, this is the career that I want. I was in computers before. I did this for free in Jack Lane when I worked in Jack Lane. So when I got this career going, actually Victor was somebody that I sponsored. I wasn't charging him, and his friend too, and I gave him everything I had, passion.
But this is my question. I think this is the part where I'm trying to see where it strays from the path. Like people tell me, they go, "Why? How did you take it to that next level?" When you're training a normal person, right? What's the difference when you're training someone who's going to be a bodybuilder? What's the difference?
The mindset.
Okay.
He doesn't quit. There's no day off. When he flies, he knows what gym he's going to train, what food he's going to eat.
Wait a minute, we'll pause. No days off, 7 days a week?
Yeah, we have 7 days off, only if he gets tired. And
he considers the eating part of training as well.
Okay.
So, even cardio is a day of working out. So, pretty much posing, everything goes nonstop.
Okay, all right, let's get back to Victor. All right, so now, that's Victor Munoz. This is the trainer over here, which is just as fascinating to me as the sport, because it's not a sport. It's, like when you see a boxing trainer, sometimes, you might see the guy and you like, this dude don't look like he could fight. But he's the best trainer in the world. He just leans in the corner and he just knows the game so well. You know what I'm saying? It's.
I don't look as good right now.
I'm not saying you don't look. I did not say you don't look like a bodybuilder, but I'm just saying it's like I know it's more about the science. Mickey called you scientists.
I said to myself, bodybuilders are like scientists because y'all know when to eat, when to put the weight on, how to take the weight off. He just mentioned something that he saw Muscle Simmons on TV and he saw a fat gut. He said the gut could have been lost if he put the right foods in there to move that water weight out, because it's a scientist to get your body to look like this. This is not no shit you just come up and say, I'm going to get this big. Even you too.
It's a learning game. It's a learning game. When I still remember the first time that I did my first show, and I'm reading the Arnold Encyclopedia, and I trained the wrong way. I dieted totally wrong. I had the idea, but it was impossible. I tell you what, it is the best way, to be unhealthy is for the poor. That's it. It costs a lot of money to eat healthy and take care of yourself. So once I turned it up and I started eating healthier, started eating more frequent, guess what? I was getting paid $500 a week. The first job I had, outside of high school, and I was spending $300 a week. My father my father wanted to kill me. But that's what it takes. It's you can't do one without the other. It's an expensive sport, probably more expensive than any other sport out there.
How many calories a day does a pro bodybuilder eat?
I'll tell you right now, my friend Juan Morel eats about close to 20,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's probably the most. And the only one I know that can spar with him is Kai Green. I eat like 8, 9. That's about it.
8, 9,000.
Yeah.
And Kai Green, how many? I know about Kai Green because I saw the movie with you guys.
Yeah. Kai is just. When I was eating potato chips, he's eating a bucket of chicken. back in the days when we first started, and he's a beast. That's a whole other level. Again, his mindset is beyond from what I've seen, and it's motivating. You know, when I see him, it's motivating. When I feed off other athletes. I don't hate on them. I'm not going to say no.
No, that's not it.
But that's what most people think. Like, why they think they're better? Why does he act better? No, why does he do this? I want to know what gets him to that level. You know,
people always say, when they, of course, when they say, bodybuilders, okay, well, this is that, they doing drugs. I said, look, I wish there was a drug you could take and sit on the couch and get buffed. It just doesn't work like that. You still got to move that damn weight around all goddamn
it's not
day.
that simple.
You got to eat.
Is bodybuilding profitable? I mean, you spend a lot of money on food. Can you make money doing this?
Actually, a lot of us make a living off of it, but it's not nowhere near in comparison to every other sport in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got people that play curling that make more than bodybuilders.
Right. But you guys are getting money through endorsements.
We get it through endorsements, but a lot of, I always tell people, these supplement companies, they don't endorse bodybuilders. Don't buy them. Don't use them. They're not supporting bodybuilding, but yet bodybuilders are the ones that keep them afloat.
Whoa, stop. How can you tell they're not endorsing bodybuilders? They're using models or somebody who's not a real bodybuilder? That's what you're saying?
They don't. They use the up-and-coming, social media fanatic that just wants to be out there. They use him. They escape from
the pros.
The pros and all that, And people don't know that, but it's one of those things that, support bodybuilding, support athletes, period. Not just bodybuilding, athletes,
Yeah.
So how are you going to buy a product that doesn't support an athlete, little league team, anything, Why support them?
Well, I know for a fact, hanging around lots of cats when I was growing up, what I'm saying? I grew up in the hood, and first thing I was taught, like, fool, you better get some size on you. They said, just get some back up off you size. And, a lot of times people go to jail. The minute they go in, they get swole. They like, look, because
I used to get that jail body.
Yeah, you got to get something just to
big
say.
Big up body, no less.
That's muscle in a can. That's called muscle in a can.
To make somebody
muscle in a can.
I want you to have a moment of consideration.
I like what Vic was saying as far as
before
support.
You try to touch me.
I like what you were saying, Victor, when you're saying if you're going to buy people product, they should support us, the communities that are supporting them. And if you're a bodybuilder and you're using someone's supplement, you see them not supporting none of the athletes, they just using the social media because that's available now. We shouldn't support them because we buy all their product. The blacks and Latinos buy everybody's product, and we can't get them to endorse us on a lot of things, but yet and still they sell it in our communities. We buy their product, we make it famous.
Play yourself. You're playing yourself. That's what you're doing. You're playing yourself, Like I was watching, not to switch, but there was this, what was I, Hilfiger, Hilfiger.
Tommy Hilfiger.
It was big. I remember growing up, Hilfiger. Yo, you rock Hilfiger. It's hip-hop, you know what I'm saying?
And then he dissed us and we left him the fuck alone.
He's dissing the hood,
He dissed us and we left him alone, bro. He dissed us, we left him alone.
Example, just like that,
That's it.
Ain't no kids from, the suburbs
buying that. No, we were the supporters of that brand. And once he dissed us, we left him alone. But again, the moral of the story is if you're not going to support us, then we shouldn't be buying your damn brand at all.
Right.
And we talking cars, we're talking socks, we're talking hats, we're talking bats. I mean, athletes.
Bats.
Yeah, we talking about baseball, bro. We talking about baseball, baby. Come on, man. We talking about sports.
Bats.
Sports, bro.
I love you.
We talking sports here, man. We talking all of the things that we do, that we buy to make y'all successful and rich, and give back to our communities, bro.
Back to Victor Martinez.
Yeah, we back already.
We're talking about this quest for Mr. Olympia.
That's
now,
right, 2.5 weeks away.
The diamond and the jewel of all bodybuilding is the Mr. Olympia contest. Okay, how many years have you been in it?
This will be my 10th Mr. Olympia. Started off, the first one was I think I got 9th in 2004.
Now, do they divide it in different weights, or what? How is it set up?
Well, at one point there was, short, tall. Then they kept it open. Now they have the 212, in the open. 212 is anybody who weighs 212 and under can enter it, and then the open is basically anyone, even a 212 guy can enter the open.
Now you look huge. What do you weight? What's your competition weight?
I compete at about 250, 245, 250, yeah.
And you say Kai is a beast. How big is he?
Oh God, man, he's just.
Oh God, man. Oh God, don't ask me that.
He's like 350.
Well, I had a show last week, my first show.
Right.
The
Let's talk
Martinez
about
Legends. Again, it's something I always wanted to do. I won my first show in the Bronx in 1993, the Elmo Santiago show in Kids Bay Boys Club.
Wow.
And, yeah, long
Elmo,
time.
yeah, Elmo used to have a body shop right on White Plains Road.
Yeah.
I used to go in. I was participate. I used to go in there and work out. I know Elmo. And he used to be in the gym. I ain't doing what I used doing, going there just watching, telling me I'm working out. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that.
No, I remember Elmo gave me the chance.
Mickey knew that. Mickey knew
what's up? A little history there.
Okay.
No, but Elmo let me, I said, Elmo, listen, I don't have the $20 to pay for this gym. I'll do anything. What do you want me? Goes, clean the floor and wash, clean the mirrors. I said, perfect. I had no shame. I just wanted to pump iron and do this, But, I wanted to bring bodybuilding back to the Bronx. They have them in Queens. They had them in Brooklyn, Long Island, you name it. Jersey, there's a dime a dozen. So when I did it, a lot of people were happy. The reception I got.
I wanted to come. I know.
It's the second one. It's going to be even better.
Okay. Yeah. I seen him in the gym again. He said, I had my thing this weekend. I'm like, damn, that's when we went to Texas and I had my show. But, God bless me, man. So so that's what's going on right now in Victor Martinez's life is Mr. Olympia.
Mr. Olympia. So, I did the show. Kai was one of the guest posers amongst, 5 others, and he steps out, and I was like, okay, I need to be in the gym from now all the way until the Olympia.
So what Dane do? Spot you? That's all Dane do? You don't work? You don't
spot, man. If you can't handle the weight, don't bother doing it, man. No, we definitely we push each other.
So bodybuilders don't get no spot.
No, we get spot. We get spot. Make sure there's no. He'll be doing my show next year.
You know what I was thinking too? When bodybuilders are lifting weight, I always think about, why don't y'all put a level on a board to see if you're leaning or something, so to be straight when you're going up, or.
Oh, everybody's lopsided and crooked. It's in one way, man. One way or another.
One side is always stronger than the other.
One side is always going to be stronger.
Like, you look at his body, his perfection.
It looks even.
There's the right way and there's the other way.
Another thing I wanted to ask too. What about injury? How do you avoid injury?
Man.
I injured my. Let me tell you, I ain't no fucking bodybuilder. Nowhere near. Huh? Yeah. See? Where I was walking.
I didn't
come
from Law and Order.
I don't have an injured leg, but I was in the Army. I was an airborne ranger. So
nice.
I can't. Yeah. Well, I used to carry 100-pound rucksacks on my back, humping and stuff, walking over terrain and stuff. And basically, I have no cartilage in this knee right here. It's toe up. And I had to get a knee replacement. But that's good because I'm not an athlete. Right there. Yeah. Oh, so you know the drill. So when I also blew out my shoulder, my rotary cuff, dealing with some of my homies from prison who came in trying to rack up some crazy weight. So they got the weight. We're on the road. Check this out. So we're on the road. We're in Scotland. And I'm like, okay, I live with you niggas. You big-ass motherfuckers, right? You ain't punking me, right? So they got me up under some shit, and I pulled the shit off, and my whole shoulder just said, wow, like popped out.
Oh, man.
And then I had a show that night, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was in Scotland. So were you there? You remember that? Yeah, so what I had to do, that's the worst pain.
You were in Scotland. You weren't training with those strongman guys,
I
were
was
you?
training with Shiny
Our crew on the bus. Our crew on the bus.
These niggas been to every penitentiary in California. They done thrown weight. Jail niggas got ill ways of lifting weights. They take a weight.
It's just that brute strength, man.
Hold up, baby. Wait a minute. Hold it. You got to get like this. And, nigga, you don't know about this one. Like,
what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, you don't know. No, nigga, this is some new shit. Like,
freestyle lifting.
Yeah,
freestyle lifting.
That's that jail shit, lifting water and shit. So these niggas got me fucked up. I got to get on stage that night. I had to take an ace bandage and wrap my arm across my chest, and I told the audience, I said, listen, I fucked my arm up. I could cancel the show, but I'm going to try to do the show with one arm, if that's okay with you. Yo, it was the best concert I've probably ever had because the audience was with me, and they knew I was hurt.
Nice.
But it took almost a year to do a push-up.
Oh.
And now you guys are doing
Joints. Anything with the joints is the worst kind of injury because, it's one shoulder, but how do you lift a bar? You need both arms.
Right.
How do you do a pull-up? You need both arms.
Now you had an injury with your
arm. Every injury I've had.
Wait, but you were arm wrestling.
That was just a freak accident, man. And
with all them weights you lift, you lose a goddamn arm wrestle. Fuck is going
I was
on around
deficient
here?
in freaking calcium.
You didn't
man.
teach
That's
him
what
well,
happened,
Vic.
man.
The problem was he was in jail for 8 months
Okay.
for immigration.
I thought it said
The
6
nutrition
weeks,
he
that shit
had,
said.
The last 4 months, this man was eating maybe 8,000 calories a day. From
800.
8,000
More like
from
800.
Yeah, he's losing.
From 8,000.
Yeah.
Snickers.
Yeah, they wasn't feeding you right up in there. They give you 3 and
You have to
only.
eat everybody in the damn
Yeah,
tears.
you got to take the first 10 people food. Then if you're gonna get what you want.
But thanks to all the guys that bought me the pizza and the half a chicken breast.
But after that
You're
injury,
gonna get them COs in
your
trouble.
body looks like correct. It's back.
you have to find different ways to adjust. When you were lifting that heavy weight, why did it happen to your shoulder?
Because my butt, I didn't have enough muscles around.
Well, not the muscle. You don't have the mind muscle connection. So here you are loading up all this weight when in reality you're not even used to controlling and manipulating the weight. That's what's going to happen.
Connection.
That's what's going to happen.
My brain wasn't even ready to lift that.
No,
shit.
that would have happened to me as soon as I did, a short
He just
bit I
fucked me
did.
up. He said I didn't have the mind-muscle connection. My brain was, and that's true. Like right before you get ready to push a heavy weight, you do the psychological shit, and it just connects everything.
I'm in the gym 20 minutes before I'm in there.
Right.
You're going through the routine, the process of it. You got to be in the gym mentally before you're there physically.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I live with my wife. Coco thinks she's a bodybuilder, and she is lifting lots of weights and stuff. People are like, oh, you got a nice booty. She says, there's muscle under there. I got to push. And she tells the girls, she's like, you got to lift heavier weights if you want to have bigger thighs and all that kind of stuff. And so she lifts a lot. Right now she's pregnant and she's still doing Pilates and stuff. So I kind of live with an athlete, so to speak. And I tell people, I say, she's a swimsuit model, but at the same time, to just be prepared to take all your clothes off and take a picture, you better be in fucking shape.
I see some of these people that work in, the being naked business work out, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Times Square people. I don't understand.
You got to
just
train.
work out a little, that's your business,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my opinion then.
But
and I usually don't give any.
No, but for real, I respect professional bodybuilders. I think the dedication that's required to do it, people like to talk shit, oh, it's easy, haters. Let me ask that last question. Why do you think there's so many haters?
Well, it's just, it makes them feel comfortable, kind of pointing out something that they don't do. It's kind of like when you don't sing and somebody's making millions singing, oh, that song is so bad. A movie, whatever, oh, his acting is so. There's always finding a way to make themselves feel good.
Right.
You have to hate to make yourself feel good.
So instead of just saying, homie's in the gym, what I'm saying, he's getting it in, they want to put some bullshit on it. Just
listen, they could say anything about me as long as if you feel good about it, mission accomplished.
Yeah, you do it for yourself.
Say it to my face, that's a different story.
They never say it to you. You know what they never say to you? I've got haters.
I used to catch another case, man.
Dog, look, Mickey will tell you, Mickey been with me most of my career, and trip off this. All the shit people talk about me, I have never in my whole career had someone step to my face and say some shit. They always say it off to the side. They say it with your back's turned. You have people actually will walk up to you and talk shit?
Oh, man, that'll be the day.
That'll be the day.
Exactly, they don't, and that's that coward shit, and that's why I don't respect them.
It's got to be some freaking, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson boxing.
But they're going to respect you because they're
UFC guy or something, it's like, all right.
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 IFBB, baby. IFBB.
No, and if they
Victor
do say,
Martinez.
you got to be like, wait a minute. You stepping up? Okay. You armed or something? Because you're saying it for some reason, you know what I mean?
It's some bullshit. It's hate.
Yeah,
and it's
So
unnecessary.
they hate, but in the end, like I said, they want to feel good about themselves, so be it.
We need haters. But, from Ice-T and Mick Benzo, we want to thank you, Victor Martinez, for representing the Bronx, coming from the Dominican Republic, being the first bodybuilder, representing just being a real live hood motherfucker that's doing something positive.
And stayed out of trouble to get where you at, B.
Yeah.
Great thing you met another Victor that helped your ass out.
Yeah, a Cuban that played baseball. And Dean's and you're going to get Dean in competition. I'm coming to see you.
Next year, Dean.
Yeah.
Legends Championship.
But my podcast listeners respect you just on the strength of our love and our family connection as being friends. That's all it takes. And if I say that's my motherfucking friend, then that's it. Done deal.
Thank you to all the listeners. Definitely.
Don't question it. Hey, so we with Victor Martinez, we're going to all now root for you. This is the beauty of the podcast. On when Mr. Olympia happens, all these people that are listening to us, our 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 people that listen to us, are going to be rooting for you because they probably don't know anybody else that's in the competition. So they're going to be like locking in. And then I know there's a lot of guys out there because a lot of my followers are weightlifters because remember I posted that thing on Twitter. You see the response?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you,
negative response. They whip it. So they're going to be rooting for you because you down with us.
Got to know. Grew up negative, It's enough for that already.
That's right.
Podcast 37, Victor Martinez, the IFBB. You need to go to
Soon
Google.
to be Mr. Olympia.
Go to Google and pull it up. If you need to spell it, Google that too. Because some of y'all some stupid motherfuckers, man. Nah, Victor Martinez, no disrespect. Victor Martinez, bodybuilder from Dominican Republic. Pull it up. He's going for Mr. Olympic. He's going to
Olympia.
Olympic.
Mictionary.
Goddamn, man.
Mictionary.
Fine Level Podcast number 37. What's up, Mickey Benson?
Man, you know what, man? We're coming almost to the closing of this here thing, right? But we got my boy Victor Martinez in the building. I'm not a hater, right?
But you hate shit.
We're not a hater, but we hate shit.
What do we hate this week? What do you hate, Vic?
Let's see if Victor Martinez, Mr. Olympia, he's going for Mr. Olympia, and that's going to be in what, 2 weeks?
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
18th and 19th.
Where's it going to happen?
18th and 19th.
Vegas.
Las Vegas,
the
Nevada.
Orleans Hotel and Casino.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
Is it on the weekend?
It's on the weekend, Ice.
When is it again? When is it again?
Got a seat there waiting for you.
I might have to show up.
Yeah.
Victor, when is that again?
September 18th and 19th.
Location?
Orleans
This is the
Hotel
kind
and
of shit
Casino
I might have
Convention
to just
Center.
bring my ass to just on the strength
That's
because I
right.
know somebody. You did.
Got a front row seat waiting for you
Okay,
there,
that's the
Ice.
business. Hey, so look, not a hater. We know
But
what
we hate
haters are.
shit.
Haters are envious people for no reason. They trying to make themselves feel better because they pieces of shit. But we all do hate something. What bothers you, man? What's it?
Oh, man. I mean, the girl with the nice booty that just fucking doesn't cover enough in the gym, man.
Oh, man.
So she distracting you?
Yeah, he hates the girls that walk around the gym.
Trying to work here, man.
Being distractive. Y'all being distractive. Y'all are being distractive.
Now, do
Cover
you
it
think
up.
she came to work out or is she really there to do something else? Is she there to distract?
According to my girl, yes.
Your girl says that
Yes.
girl is here to distract you. You know, we had a
whore.
we had a segment. We had a segment on the gym before. You know what I hate in the gym? I hate the guys that go in the locker room and won't put a towel and walk around
In the
with their
shower
dick out.
room.
Oh, man.
Like they playing football and
And
basketball.
they want to
that's
comb
that,
their hair
well.
and they want to brush and what is that?
I don't understand the blow drying of your fucking pubic hair. Man. What the fuck are you doing, man?
See, we ain't a hater, but we hate that shit.
Yeah,
That
like-
shit.
Yeah, so we're bringing back a not a hater, but I hate shit. We hate people that are in the gym. We hate the girls that come in there not to work out, but to distract people. That's not, maybe, if you're going to do that,
right, go
sit
to the
down
pool.
by the shake.
Go to the pool. Right, we trying to work out in there. The minute
It's
they're
a nuisance.
and we
But you
are
gotta
going
look.
to look because it's a male instinct, and then you want to wear the nice, small, bunky shorts.
In the gym.
Damn
wear them out by the pool, then it's okay. We ain't
Yeah.
doing nothing. Everybody can look. And then the guys that are in the bathroom, in the locker room, walking around butt booty naked, got the towel on their shoulder. Like, dog, the towel is right there. Cover your nasty ass. I don't want to see it. And then they want to come over by you while you're sitting on the bench and put their foot up.
Oh, man. I mean, I like gladiator movies and all, but damn.
Yeah. And it ain't like they got big dicks or nothing. It's like
We're not a hater,
like,
but we hate that
I don't
shit.
even want to look like, come on, player. Like, really? Take your ass home if you want to walk around butt booty naked. Don't do it in the gym. And I'm not a hater.
But I hate shit.
So you're a philosopher?
Yes.
Today's Daily Game is brought to you by Ice-T's Twitter page, Final Level. The Daily Game is something I do to just kind of drop a little science on you so you can walk and be at peace with Earth and life. And here's today's Daily Game. Today's Daily Game is, if you don't have an enemy, get one. They keep you on your toes. And the bonus game is, when you are at peace, you are your most vulnerable. And what I mean by the Daily Game is that saying having an opponent, having an enemy makes you work. If you don't have any competition, you feeling what I'm saying? Doesn't necessarily need to be an enemy, so to speak, but it needs to be. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, it could be motivation,
Yeah.
How can I beat this person? How can I train harder than this person? It's not, again, you're on top of the world. Many times you kind of get off your toes.
Right. That's what I say. When you're at peace, you become more vulnerable. You're not worrying about it. And sometimes you have to stay on. You want to speak on that, Mickey?
You need a little competition in order to elevate yourself. When someone's hating what you're doing, do something even more so they can hate it more.
Or even knowing that somebody is after you. Like, these people are after you. It makes you say, oh, hell no. And it brings your game up, and like me, you got security, you got this. You have to almost say, I got an enemy out here. I got to stay on my toes, because that day you walking down the street and you're just at peace, that's when you're going to get got. Another piece of game is, I learned the hard way, is you always get hit in your strong spot, meaning the part of your game that you think is your strongest is where you get hit because you don't protect that. You say, oh, I got that. I don't got to worry about driving. I'm a professional driver. I'm good with it. And pow, you in a car accident. That's your strong spot, but you're not thinking about it. So you got to just know you got to protect everything, even the things you think. If you think you're the man with the ladies and stuff and you got that locked, bow. That's where you're going to get hit because you're not paying attention.
It's true, and you get that with a lot of guys. I got my woman. She's at home. She's good. I got her on lock. When's the last time you took her out to dinner?
Right.
When was the last time you really took care of her? Took care of her. You know?
Right.
Got that? You sure?
Right.
I mean,
So today's daily game is, if you don't have an enemy, get one. And when you're at peace, you are really in your most vulnerable state. Stay alert, because there are people out there that want what you have in every sense of the word.
Correct.
Okay, so this was Final Level Podcast number 37. Victor Martinez is in the building. One last time, Vic, give out all your ways people can connect with you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for listening in. You can contact me through Twitter, IFBB Victor Martinez, Facebook Victor Martinez. There's a lot of imposters out there.
Are there imposters?
Yeah.
Tell me about that real quick. On the way out, there's people that aren't really you on Facebook.
Well, there was this black dating site. My friend's like, Vic, it's like, damn, I mean, we were in high school. I didn't know, you like black girls this much. I was like, well, I mean, I do, but, I have a girl. Well, you're on this black dating site, and there I am, my picture posing.
Wasn't even you.
Wasn't me, but I hope that guy got laid.
It was your
I don't
face.
know.
It was your
explain
face.
it. How did he explain it, though?
He's using your picture.
No, it was your face, but it wasn't you.
When he showed up, he like, yeah, I ain't been training. He's
Actually, it was my face and my traps.
He was your
so
twin.
If he didn't have the traps, I don't know. I think that would give him away, right when the
Wow.
girl met up with him. But and they also put me, a couple other ones, but it's you don't want to know about those.
But you're the real Victor Martinez.
Yeah,
and this is the homie. So am I going to be? Are you're using our gym? I don't want to say your gym. I don't want to end up with people popping up messing with you or any girls in booty shorts distracting you.
No.
So you're going to be training there every day, or are you guys going?
I'm there every day, Ice. I'm there every day. So I'm there. The days you're not there, I'm there.
But the night times, you guys go into another zone.
It depends because, again, I'm training for the Olympia, so you usually link up with another professional bodybuilder, John De La Rosa. Train with him out in the Bronx, Star Fitness.
So
Powerhouse Gym.
Last questions on the way out, because I'm totally fascinated with this stuff. These last 2 weeks, what happens?
It's hell.
What happens? Break it down to the final day.
Hell, you're depriving yourself of a lot. Again, it's just you can't have 1 foot in life and 1 foot, in the gym, bodybuilding. It's, the food. You have to start restricting yourself with certain foods, depending if your body fat is still there. You got to push a little bit more as far as, the cardio, your diet. You got to lower your carbs.
Look,
and
I bumped into him we bump into each other every way. So we're at the supermarket, right? So he's walking up behind me and he's looking at my food. He got all fish and shit, and I got Cheetos and shit. And I'm like holding him in front of him. He's like, "Come on, I stop playing, man." And we just happened to be there at the same time. Just a coincidence. And my shit is all junk food.
Right, junk.
Fucking chicken cutlets and shit.
Trust me, man, I wanted some of that junk food too, man. I wanted to rub it all over my chest and everything.
just want to touch it.
What happens the last 2 days before the competition?
Last 2 days is probably the most precise, calculative days. That's the days where you know when you have to carb up, drop your water, play with the sodium if you have to. Again,
Scientists.
I told you,
you can't really say what to do. Right
you don't
now,
give it
for
away?
those 3 days, well, you can't really say because those days are based on how you look that day.
Got you.
And then you could, you got to do the troubleshooting. Hey, are you dropping enough water? Are you still holding water? If you're one of the 212 guys, and the guys could be 215. How do you drop those extra 3 pounds?
Muscle, and it's all muscle.
Yeah. So it's I never had to worry about making weight.
Before you go, you ain't gotta act like a boxer, right? You can't fuck though, right?
Well, the fucking again just depletes you.
Okay. No, I'm just asking a question.
And it flattens you out. And I've seen it happen with other guys. I mean, it's happened to me before. It's just you get so
you leave it alone. You leave it alone for at least a week.
Yeah, and most of the time when you're so focused, you don't really think about it.
I got you.
But of course,
there's a question I want the audience to hear.
No, it's like a hustler. When a hustler's about his paper, when I'm in my hustle mode, I'm not thinking about no sex right now.
Yeah, it's not you don't want it. You can put your mind to it. Yeah, but you have a task at hand.
I totally understand.
Want to focus on that, and any small distractions or anything.
Take notes, y'all. Victor Martinez is speaking.
Backstage at Mr. Olympia, they are still pumping up. I mean, they're just like to the last split second.
Backstage, I have a few. You notice who's prepared, who's not. The confidence, who's not, who's lacking it, and
man, bring that motherfucking goal home, man. Bring that home, baby.
Yeah.
Bring it home, all right? Bring it home, baby.
For you, man. We're all rooting for you.
Thank you.
And everybody out there that's listening to this podcast, follow Victor Martinez, support him in Mr. Olympia. He's a friend of Ice-T. He's a friend of the podcast, and it's time for him to win, man. 10 times. This is your time, man. This is your time, baby.
10 times.
Serious business. And that was the Final Level Podcast. And like we always say, Mickey,
I'd rather see you than be you. Be good.
I'm out of here like I stole something.
That's how I'm living. 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 That's how I'm living.